Are you thinking about selling your home without using a realtor? Here's what you need to know first.
Coming up next on Real Estate Dirt.
Okay, here we are.
So you're going to sell your home without a realtor. Why? We know why. Because you don't want to pay real estate commissions. I know.
We would be remiss if we started this video without mentioning the brand new Cure for the Common Realtor Studios.
He is getting fancy. I mean, I think it's like, what, our 20-something video, right? So we're learning and going. But forget the studios. You want to sell your house yourself because you don't want to pay the real estate commission.
Nobody wants to pay the real estate commission.
I get it. I totally get it. So let's tell you what you need to know. If you're trying to save real estate commission, it's because you want to keep more money in your pocket. I'm sure that's key number one on why you don't want to pay 5, 6, 7% real estate commissions, right? We can talk later about if you go for, somebody who's, I don't know, maybe doing it for a lot less than others are doing it for. But the bottom line,
they are out there.
The bottom line is you should really focus on what you net. What are you taking home? Which is a mistake I think many people make. They look at they'll call an agent. I've had people call me and say, what's your commission over the phone before they've even had an opportunity to hear what we offer, what our services is, and how we're different. But I think that's short-sighted because really at the end of the day, it's about what you take home that should matter. So
exactly.
Right? So even when it comes into real estate investing, think about it this way, like whether you're paying 3% or you're paying, 15% as an investor, you take that into an account on your purchase price. That's all you do, right?
I say it to people all the time when I go in for a listing presentation. What matters most? The amount of money you spend to get this task of selling your home done, or the check you walk away with from the title company after everything is signed and sold.
Yeah. So point number one, make sure you understand this is all about what you're going to walk away with at the closing table. And that is a cohesive picture of cost, right? And what you're going to get for the money. So let's kick it off with the National Association of Realtors assessment of last year that the median sale price across the country of a home sold by owner sold for $260,000. However, a home with an agent sold for, $318,000. So $58,000 difference.
So doing some quick math, between 318 and 260, that is 18%. 18% higher.
You could pay a lot of money in real estate commissions and still come out ahead. Now, I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, oh, but you know what? I was going to say, like, you're going to do it right, or you're not, they priced it too low. You're going to know how to do that, right? You're not going to underprice your home. That's maybe
all you
what
have to do is Google it.
Right.
Just Google it.
Just Zestimate. So here's one of the things. Maybe you're thinking to yourself, well, maybe some people Google what their house is worth or think they know, but I'm going to get a professional opinion from a realtor or maybe the appraiser on what my house is worth. Here's the thing that you should know, that the realtors and the appraisers use their professional data, and that professional data includes a commission already in the fee. So if you're really savvy as a buyer, you would say, well, Mr. or Mrs. or Ms., he, hey, them, I don't know, for sale by owner, your price is $300,000. Let's knock 6% off the top because we're doing this solo. That's what I would do because I know the number you got from the professional included that service and we're not using that service.
If you're a really savvy buyer, you'll say, let's negotiate the price. And then after we've come to an agreed on figure, let's take 6% off of that. Because that's what would have happened had you used a real estate agent.
So what's funny about that is how many of you for sale by owners are going to go for that? No, you're going to list it at whatever the realtor or appraiser told you it should be worth. And you're going to expect that without any of the services that go alongside it. Why would people pay more and get less and not have representation? It doesn't make any sense. And that's one of the problems with trying to do it I guess, your creative way of getting your numbers so that you don't fall into the median of the National Association of Realtors. And let's talk about the third thing that will affect your take home. So, in order to get the most money for your home, you need to market it to the largest pool of buyers. The bigger interest you have in the initial stages of your home being for sale, the more likely you are to get more for your house, right? Interest in your home from multiple buyers is where the value really comes in. So, are you going to be sure and confident that you have all the skills to market your house properly to ensure you reach the largest pool of buyers so that you can be sure you are going to get the most money for your home?
Even if you think that you know how to do this, say you open up an account on Zillow.
Sure,
okay?
yeah, you could list
You
it
open
there.
up your account on Zillow.
Yeah.
You can put your house on there, but you're not going to get the same reach as if we do it for you, because when we put something into our system, it spits out and goes to, 66,000 different websites
We syndicate. Yep.
versus your one.
Right. So you have to become a marketing expert now, right? So you have to learn how to syndicate. I mean, you want your home to be seen worldwide, don't you?
I mean, at this point, you might as well get your real estate license. You might as well just get your real estate
You might
license.
need to go back to school and get your marketing degree too. Just consider that. Are you going to reach the largest pool of buyers?
Probably not.
Probably not. Another thing that will lend it to the problem is your ability to negotiate real estate contracts.
How often do you do this?
Even somebody who buys or sells a home there's people who got relocated a lot and they're like, oh, I've, done 15 homes in my career or whatever. It's like, yeah, we did 15 homes in the last few months. There's a difference when you have that much experience. You know what to ask for, what not to ask for, where to push, what not to push, etc. So also lending to you getting top dollar. So I think it's already pretty apparent why. I know it looks easy from the outside and we all watch Millionaire Real Estate Agent. And that's why so many people get into real estate. But most people, 80% of people who get into real estate because they think it's easy and it looks easy from the outside, which is partially why you probably don't want to pay real estate commissions to sell, 80% drop out in the first 2 years because it's not what it looks like. I mean, our job is to make it look easy for you.
Well, it's even worse than that. It's even worse than the 80% within their first 12 months get out.
Oh, I thought it was 2 years. 12.
71% of agents that stay in the business do 0 to 1 transaction per year.
On the most recent data we had from our local market. So, but it might be close to national as well. It is. I mean, it's, you've ever heard of the 80-20 rule? It's more like the 90-10 rule when it comes to real estate. So the next thing you have to consider is your legal liabilities. You are responsible for the marketing information that you put out, the accuracy of the listing, and disclosures that are required by state, local ordinances that you may or may not be aware of. And you can be held responsible in a legal format for these. Well, our job is to stay on top of that and to provide you those things to protect you.
Exactly. Just because you don't know, you try to do it anyway, and you make a mistake, you are still liable and responsible.
Yeah, like just the turn of the year, a law passed for the entire state that source of income is a protected class. So this really pays more attention to landlords and rentals, that if their income comes from a source, you can't discriminate. And most likely, sometimes it's Section 8, right? When there's government housing. People want to say, I don't want to take that. Well, guess what? You can't decline an applicant on that anymore. And if you do, you'll be in trouble. So what other little new laws came into effect or disclosures that you may not know about?
The rabbit hole to list your house is very, very deep. And to do so without a professional on your side, knowing what we know, maybe ignorance is bliss. Maybe if you don't know, it won't worry you so much.
There is a 13-page contract that's widely used in our market that covers a lot of pitfalls, inspection issues, and just, I mean, just certain things that you should ask for that you can't ask for. I mean, just protections that you just have to, I guess you'd have to research and figure it all out. So you have to become a marketing expert, an attorney type.
I can tell you
What
right
else?
now, just for me personally, and it's not just with real estate, it's with anything that I might hire a professional to do that in theory I could do myself. The 18% difference here. So I'm not going to spend, I mean, I'm just going to make up a number here, 5% or 6% or whatever to sell my house, but I'm going to lose 18%. It makes no sense.
And even if that number's off, you got a lot of room. The next thing you have to consider is balancing your time. So we already have family, work, busy lives. Now you've got to handle showings. So showing requests, somebody calls you, you're at work, you can't answer it, you have to call them back. Oh, the time they want to see it isn't working for you. Then you got to do it back and forth. Then you got to leave the house when you do show it. But then, is that person being escorted by a licensed real estate professional, or are they by themselves? Now you have to tour them around. Now the buyer feels uncomfortable because they're with you. They'd rather have it private, but you don't trust them because you got strangers in your house and you don't want to get, everything ripped off. And then, of course, you still have to handle all of your negotiations, all of your paperwork, all the marketing, all your disclosures, and your regular work life. It doesn't sound, I guess it sounds like a lot there. I think from the outside looking in, it doesn't look like, that's no problem.
All these other things you've said are valid. I still keep coming back to the money because the primary reason we all know that someone who is going to sell their house for sale by owner, the primary reason is because they want to save money.
Yep.
And you're actually, in almost every case, stepping over dollars to save pennies.
And you know what? That's how I was going to end it. So there you have it.
Great minds
all the things
think alike.
That's right. So there you have it. All the reasons you should seriously consider before you do it on your own. That's all I have. So if you like this,
like and subscribe.
Oh, please. That would be awesome. Like and subscribe. Watch another video even.
Happy New Year.
All right. Have a great New Year. I don't think this is good lighting. Is it?
It actually is.
All right. Well, are you going to start this thing?
Yeah, we can start this thing.
One of those weird yawns that wouldn't come. Do you know what I mean? The one that's coming but not really coming.
We're good now?
What, person can't yawn? Come on.
Okay, I'm going to just go.
I think I have to yawn again.
Are you ready?
I am.
Okay.
I've been ready. Waiting on you.
Right.
Sure.
Hold on a second, Nicole.
You ruined it. Now it's not complete. Just start, because it's never gonna. It's not coming.
Do you need to...
I do have this overwhelming feeling to yawn. I don't know why. I do. I don't know. Still not coming.
It's like a minute ago you were so serious, like, we're ready, we're gonna do this, and now playing with your hair again. It's almost like the second the camera is on, instantaneously you feel the urge to play with your hair and take a drink of something, yawn, gotta fix something.
It's the first time I've yawned in 20 episodes. My eyebrow, though.